Yeah, that's what I have to do, and sometimes it just crashes on me.
Perfect.
But that's part of the fun of the first SEL LAN. Like, I'm fully expecting something to go wrong.
Something to go horribly wrong. There's a game to crash, like lobby mid game 5.
Because like I've casted 7 or 8 LANs now, and for the people whose first time it is, something always goes wrong.
Because they don't know the setups and stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
it's a hard thing to get right. But all right, Snipes solo interview right now.
Yep.
I know circumstances didn't go Clemson's way with getting everyone here, so you're playing on LAN tomorrow. But as a whole, I guess your confidence level. I mean, even with your teammates playing online.
Honestly, higher. We had a LAN. It was actually the same day as the LCQ. We had a LAN a few weeks ago, and both of my teammates said that they did worse on LAN. One person uses a 32-inch monitor, and it was on a 24, and the other person, it was their first LAN. They were nervous.
Yeah.
So I feel like they did it on purpose, and they're using the whole tornado warning as an excuse for why they can't be here. But honestly, I think they'll play fine tomorrow. I think they'll be more comfortable.
Yeah.
Now it's just on me. I'm in an empty room. Fist pumps, non-existent.
You get some stuffed animals for
I get some plushies on the desk. Punch them every time I score. I won't score a lot, so I won't hit them. But I still feel pretty good.
Okay, so how many LANs have you played specifically?
I think this will be number 4.
Okay.
I played a show match 2 years ago. I've played at DreamHack. I've played in the Myrtle LAN, and then now I'm playing at this one. So
Which
this will be number
DreamHack?
4. DreamHack Atlanta.
2019?
2022. Last year.
I was at 2019,
Yeah,
but
we had a team at that one.
Yeah.
They did okay. But
I remember Bryson G. That's the only name I
Bryson
remember.
G. Yeah, he was a legend. He was on the team for the longest time.
Yeah, he was good there. But I mean, so 4th LAN, are you expecting to feel any nerves?
I got over it by the second one. I did a really dumb mistake at DreamHack, and it was a dumb mistake, and since then I just don't feel nervous for him. Yeah, okay. I can't do anything worse than that, so just play and don't regret anything. I'm over the nerves. I think my team might still be a little nervous, but
yeah,
you got to get over it at some point.
Yeah, that's true. I don't envy players' positions. Like I get to be on my cushy seat in the booth while the players are shaking it out in the trenches. So it's fun to watch though, seeing everyone kind of develop on LAN, get more comfortable. So your first matchup, I need to pull up the bracket. FSU, thank you. You see, you know more than I do.
In the car with USC, they gave me the whole rundown of every team.
Nice. All right, so you're well informed.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling about that matchup?
FSU was one of the 2 teams we didn't want to play in the first round. It was FSU and USC, and it's only because, kind of like the mental block, they were the only teams we lost to in the regular season.
Yeah.
And FSU, we actually got 3-0'd by in the first week, but that was the first week of having a new third because we had a guy graduate in the fall. So I didn't want to pull LSU just because of recent matchups, but I don't think any of the top 4 wanted to pull us either. So
makes sense.
I think we're probably the most daunting, outside of maybe Kentucky. We're probably the most daunting matchup from the losers. I think we can beat them. I think we had a rough go the first time around. I think they're the favorites, sure. They did make grand finals. They're the favorites against us.
Okay, against you.
Yeah, against us. There's a lot of other teams out there. I think they're the favorites against us, but I don't think that we go into that game thinking we're going to lose.
Yeah. So who would you say are the favorites? Is it South Carolina or is it?
Man, USC has our number. This will be the 4th time we play them. If we play them this tournament this year, it'll be the 4th time we play them.
Wow.
So I'm very glad we dodged that first round matchup.
Yeah.
And we play them close every time, but they barely beat us every single time. So I think USC is a big favorite. I've never seen Tennessee play. I'm told great things, so I expect a lot. But I think it's USC, Tennessee, and FSU probably my top 3.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll mess around and make a top 3 ourselves. But got to win a few series first.
Well, Tennessee is coming off of a LAN win last weekend. I don't know if you heard about the crazy run. That's like been the entire talk, this entire interview session. But they made a crazy lower bracket run, beat Toasty in the process. How do you think that factors into this week? Like, obviously, 7 days removed, but is that still momentum on their side?
It's momentum, sure. I don't really know who Toasty is, so I'm not going to give him too much credit.
You don't follow the pro scene?
I follow some pro scene, but listen, you've either won Worlds or you haven't. He has not. It's a pretty simple line in the middle. But I don't know. No LAN is the same. How many teams from that LAN are at this one? You know, it's not like
Yeah,
they're
I think
getting
3
a
or
huge
4.
matchup. Okay, well maybe they do get a matchup advantage, but I don't know. Until we play them, I can't really say whether they'll be good enough to beat us. But they have the resume. So if they have the LAN win and they're undefeated, there's no reason to think they won't have momentum. Just how far can momentum alone carry you?
Yeah, fair enough. Well, now kind of shifting gears. I mean, we were talking earlier before the interview that you've been a part of all 4 seasons of the SEL, and so you've gotten to see it firsthand develop into, I mean, a tournament good enough to have a LAN at the end of it.
Yeah.
But how competitive has it gotten in the 2-year span?
It's gotten way more competitive. I remember at the start, I mean, I played for the B team the first season, and our B team made top 4. And we almost made grand finals. We were gold away from grand finals. And since then, it's just gotten harder every year. They've added more teams that second season with J-Russ. I mean, we had an RLCS Pro in here. And then the third season, I feel like the top just got so much wider. Like 4, 5, 6 teams that had SSLs, rank B+, rank A, like just a really good set of top lineups. And we haven't lost that since then. I mean, there's 4 or 5 teams here that if they played season 1 could have won, or bare minimum made grand finals. And then, 3 or 4 of those teams aren't going to make top 2. So it's gotten way more competitive. I've gotten a little better at the game since then, but when everybody else is, it doesn't get it any easier.
So I guess another question, this is kind of personal preference, but do you prefer the big, massive brackets of like CRL quals or maybe smaller brackets of other tournaments versus league play, or which do you prefer?
I hate CRL quals.
I think everyone does.
Anybody that plays CRL hates CRL because you either lose early and you're looking at 11 consecutive lower matches to qualify, or you're lucky and you win like 3 series in upper bracket, and congratulations, you have 4 hours to wait while your loser's bracket catches up to you. So no, I much prefer online league play. You can schedule better. I mean, we're students, we have lives.
Right.
My team has jobs, like they're doing med school applications, like all this stuff going on. If you told us one day or bust, we'd bust. Like, we can't make all these matches, and so league play is just way friendlier. I much prefer this style of just run your pools at your leisure, and then at the end, tournament.
So do you play in, I guess, you as well as the other teams, they play in like NECC, NACE, all of those?
Yeah, so as the A team, we played in NACE and we played in SEL. We kind of cut back a little bit because we have somebody graduating this spring. And then both of my other teammates are doing med school stuff, obviously. They're like, they're the whiz kids. I mean, 4.0s, those guys are geniuses. But we have to scale back how much we do because they have jobs and all this stuff going on. So we're really just doing SEL and NACE this season.
So I guess, how do you balance all that? Like, I mean, they'd be the ones to ask, I suppose, doing med school applications. But you specifically, how do you balance being a student? Do you work as well as play, or is it mostly school?
I don't have a job on campus. I work when I go back home. I'm doing law school applications, so I'm the other side of it.
Okay, so you're still
I'm right behind
busy.
them. I've gotten one more B than all of them combined. So we're all pretty busy. I do like mock trial stuff. I'll go away for weekends on competitions and stuff. So we miss whole windows. I mean, I'll go into our chat at the start of the week. What days can we play? And I'll get like 2 days from them. And then I'll add my 2 or 3 days. And maybe we get a day to play and scrim and coach, and maybe we don't. But I think all 3 of us are pretty consistently school first.
Yeah.
Which,
it's important.
There's a lot more money going into our schooling than our Rocket League practice. But, I mean, you just find the balance where you can, and some people have it easier, some people have it harder. I envy the people that have it easier, but, I don't think I'll be doing this in 6 years, so I got to plan a little bit for afterwards.
That's fair. So you're not expecting to jump into the bubble scene and start competing in RLCS anytime soon?
No. I know my limits, and I know what I'm better at. I love Rocket League. I think I've gotten really good at Rocket League, but at some point, for me, you realize your ceiling after a little bit. My ceiling, maybe I can get to bubble, but I'm not willing to do that many hours. So I'll ride as long as college takes me, and I really like the atmosphere. And college competition just in general, I think is way more fun than the bubble scene because there's less pressure. So I'll ride it, till the horse or the wheels on the horse fall off. That's a real expression, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Yeah, horses say it a lot. And then when it's done, it's done. And I just want to be happy with, how far I got.
That's great. Well, I mean, graduating in December, would you be able to play if you go to law school?
Depends. I can play at the law school I go to.
Yeah.
But the law school I'm going to happens to not have the best Rocket League program. if I get into it. But, you know, I'm not going to say I'm not going to jinx anything.
Yeah.
But most law schools are not boasting the best Rocket League teams.
That makes sense. Law students are pretty focused on law instead of Rocket League.
Yeah, the only thing you're reading is books.
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough. But I'm out of questions. That was a fun interview. But I mean, if you want to shout anyone out or like talk about anything else, you're at the last interview of the day, so
make it count.
Yeah, make it count. If you want to stay longer, you can. If you want to go to bed, I mean, after that long drive, I'd be passing out. So
yeah.
Did you drive here?
Yeah, I was the driver.
I'd definitely be passing out.
I drove 2.5 back to get USC, and then redoubled that, and then came here. Oof. So I'm a little tired, but that's never stopped me before. I play Rocket League, you know, we're loose to low energy and low everything. Shout outs. Oof. I'd like to shout out Mitch. That's my teammate who was not here. Hi, Mitch. Funny enough, Heartless, you know, my second teammate that's not here. You may have heard of him, but you won't hear from him because he is not here. Who else? Oh, I have to do this, and if only Foof was here, because I know Foof is super excited. Shout out my B team.
Yes.
Legends. I mean, I could tell they were so nervous, just us texting them, because we had to ask the LAN venue we were at, because we played a LAN at the same time as the LCQ for this league, and we asked them, like, hey, you mind if we, like, grab some side computers afterwards? They're like, oh, you know, we'll have to wait and see. And then right as our match comes up, we're downstairs on the main stage, and we look up, and they're dismantling the PCs as fast as humanly possible. Okay, we'll take that as a no. And I just text them, like, you're up. Good luck. And dang, they pulled it off, which was, I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
It was freaking crazy. We were in a hotel room on a freaking laptop with bad Wi-Fi trying to watch the series, getting so excited. Oh my gosh. It would be Game 5, that first series.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We were sweating. And then the second series, they beat Alabama. Sorry, Alabama. You know how it is. Clemson, Alabama. We win all the time anyways. They're used to it. It's fine. But shout out the B team. Like, love those guys.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because I completely forgot to mention the B team. It's late for me as well. I'm ready to pass out, but you just prolonged the interview, so sorry.
Boom. No, it's fine. I like talking.
How tight knit is like the A team, B team? I don't know how deep the Clemson Rocket League.
Oh, we play all the time. It's probably about as tight knit as it gets. I mean, at Clemson, we don't have like the wonder kids. We don't have nobody has come in the last 3 years above the rank of GC1. So everybody that's good, you get good by playing with the other people in the club, and we kind of like home grow it all, and it's just we just constantly, everybody queues with everyone. Our A team, we don't care that people are on C team or B team. We queue together, we practice together, we VOD review for each other and all this stuff. So it's kind of just like a big forward movement, and then some people, you know, progress faster and end up on A team. I remember I was the sub for D team my freshman year.
D team,
and then I made B team sophomore year, and at the end of sophomore year, I made A team. So, and that's just because the people in the club, we're all trying to push for each other to get better. And it's, I mean, we do it pretty well, and it's just the results of it are really nice to see, especially with how much we talk to each other and just hang out.
Oh, that's awesome. What were their reactions like making the LAN for you guys?
They rubbed it in. They rubbed it in a lot. We were on the drive home when they won the last game, and immediately we joined the call, and they're over there screaming and freaking out about the fact that they did it, and because Foof said that they would go to the LAN or whatever, and they heard it, and they were clowning on us like, I guess it's our LAN now, and they're getting ready, they're booking their schedules and everything. If tornado warning and everything aside, a couple of them are actually coming tomorrow morning.
Sweet.
So they'll be here to stand behind me while no one else is here, I guess, and just kind of yell at me while I'm playing, which should be really distracting. But no, they were super excited. They'll never let me forget it, the fact that we needed them to qual, but you know, I'll never forget that they did it either.
That's crazy. So I know this because I go to Auburn, but like they're having a LAN on Saturday as well. I think Clemson sent a team, didn't they?
Yeah, we sent a team there.
Which team?
We sent our C team. They're like 1500s. I didn't know which team Auburn was playing, and I know it was contingent on like other stuff.
Yeah. So
I didn't want to like send a team, you know, like too high or too low. So I just figured we'll send something even. And I freaking love our white team. That's our C team. We go by colors, so orange, purple, white. I freaking love our white team. Those guys are awesome. So I'm the GM, so I run all the teams, and I stuck them together at the start of the year and just said, you know, maybe Kim works, and it works beautifully. I mean, they play games. They're in the VC more than the A team and the B team sometimes. Just playing games, whether it's Rocket League or Valorant, they just find something to do. And the chemistry is insane. I'm really excited I just got to give them a LAN.
Yeah.
That was my big goal because I know as a person who was on a D team and then like a B team, there's nothing you want more than just a chance to play. And I know I got lucky with the chance to play when it was, when I wasn't as high rank in the game, so I'm just really happy to give them a team and a chance to kind of just go and compete in something on a stage with casters and just the ambiance of a competitive Rocket League environment.
That's great. Well, they're playing the top Auburn team that was
good Lord.
2 or 3 series off from making CRL.
I remember because I was texting whoever runs, I can't remember who it is, runs Auburn. I remember texting them in the quals because we were looking through the brackets. Like, what the heck are you feeding those kids? Because they made like winners, either finals or semis, and they just got to have it. You lose in semis. Congratulations, you won a 6-hour nap.
Yeah.
We'll see you at night. And then I think they ran into Kentucky or something in the first game when they dropped down, which was not the best thing to do.
Yep.
But yeah, good luck.
Yeah, that'll be tough, but they're playing at least 2 best-of-7s against them, so good experience.
Good experience at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
We'll get a win, I'm sure. I have a lot of confidence. One of the players going is on a console. Oh no, I don't know if he's going or not.
Wow.
But he plays on Xbox, so heaven forbid you give that guy a computer, you're getting 8-0'd minimum. Like, you don't stand a chance.
I was talking to Unfriable Apples earlier from Kentucky, and he was telling me about his switch from Xbox to PC and how, like, the input lag made him so much faster. After he adjusted
crazy.
to, like, flipping before he needed to, he flipped too early.
You were pre-jumping every touch you got on the ball, like mentally pre-jumping it, so you had to be really good at reading stuff. Because he's on console. My freshman year, I started on an Xbox. I got a really bad laptop that I plugged into a monitor and was playing at 720, 30 frames.
Wow.
And I did that for like all of freshman year. I was D team, so,
Yeah.
proof is in the pudding. And then I finally got a computer, and it's miles different. If you're on a console, just get a computer. I know, like, the money's just a number. Just work a job or something. I don't know, steal one. Win the MSI giveaway, the gaming laptop giveaway, by the way. Tweet about it. I don't know if there's a link somewhere for that. Enter the giveaway. That laptop looks like a freaking beast. We were talking about it on the way here. What, a 4070 in that thing?
Something like that. You can go look at it. It's on the table out there. Like on the
That won't be there in 20 minutes. It looks like a freaking monster, so go enter that. I know that they put out a bunch of links on what to do to enter that, but if you're on a console, that's the perfect thing to try and win.
Well, you're better at my job than I am, because I haven't even mentioned the giveaway.
Promoting?
So
you're welcome.
Shout out to MSI for sponsoring this. But all right, now I'm actually out of questions, so I got to go pick up Foof from the airport after this.
You're going to pick up Foof?
Yeah.
Can I give you a couple?
Heck yeah.
All right, so who are you looking at?
Who am I looking at? So, obviously, South Carolina is the favorites on paper.
Course, yeah.
LAN changes things.
I will say, they probably mentioned they didn't have a good LAN.
Yeah.
The last one. We did.
They said they were feeling confident, though, because this one's low profile compared to that one. So
yeah, they're not being screamed at by a bunch of people around them the whole time. That was a little detail.
But I'm excited to watch UTK. I think is my team that I'm really excited to watch because of that LAN performance and talking to them on the couch. They're
confident.
Make sure Foof's not okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I got time, but I'm making sure his plane doesn't land early. But UTK, they said they're either going all the way or they're going out 0-2. And I'm excited to see which one that is, because a team with that much confidence can be scary on LAN.
Yeah, well, confidence or non-confidence, depending on how the first game goes, I guess.
Yeah.
What about Clemson?
Clemson, I think you guys are a top 4 in my eyes for sure, but it's so hard to predict the SEL. Like, this bracket is stacked, and if I were a betting man, like, I told, because Auburn Orange played you guys in pool play. I think you went to Game 5 against them.
Game 4, I think.
Game 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been near Game 5 then for me to think that. But I told him, like, that's a really good result for you guys, taking Clemson that far, because I didn't have too much hope for them coming into this season.
They came pretty darn close.
Yeah, but they almost got to LAN. And so I'm proud of them, but I told them that was a really good result because you guys are one of the contenders in my eyes. So I'd place you probably 4th right now. You would have been 3rd behind FSU and USC if not for UTK, I think, winning LAN last week.
UTK is on freaking momentum right now. I mean, we just got to get over the hump of Florida State and what's it called?
USC.
We already got over the hump of Texas. We smacked them in league play.
Yeah.
That's rough. 3-1. You know, same score as Auburn. They're basically the same team.
Yes, same thing.
Yeah, but I really, honestly, those Auburn teams are like is lower than our team, but they know how to like freaking fight. The teams that just get there off of pure like chemistry and just understanding, just don't give up goals.
Yeah.
And if you're solid enough for long enough, something will happen. Those are freaking nightmares. That's UAH White. Auburn and UAH White are the same team.
They are.
You guys just swap accounts all the time. But God, I hate playing UAH White. That team, like, there's 1600s that just don't let a goal in. And
They're wild cards.
What the heck are you supposed to do? They
It's
knocked
the
us
chemistry.
out last season.
Yeah.
And for no reason.
It's impressive what chemistry can do to a collegiate team, especially. Because, I mean, Auburn Orange, they were Auburn White, our third team last season, and like they've just stuck together, kept grinding. I mean, same with UAH White. I was talking to them earlier. They've stuck together. They play
it's like their
so
second
much
or
together.
third year or something together for UAH White, because I always see the same lineup.
Yep.
It's what, Slick Rick, B. Moore,
And Camille.
Yeah, like I feel like I see them every time they play. So I mean, they're gonna get really good. Now they just have to make the ranked jump and do that. But
Yeah.
we were watching that series in the car too. I was driving. I was getting a play by play behind my ear. You guys were yelling about it, and they almost reverse swept their A team. Like what? Can you imagine? That would have been the second time they beat them too. We were in the car like, you got to change the colors or something. Something's got to change.
They go back and
twice.
forth. Like they're not A B. They're like A and A2 or something like that.
It's crazy. I have high hopes for UH Blue if they've been playing the game for this LAN, but I think that's the big issue is they have a really high peak and then they just don't open the game at like 5 hours past 2 or something. You can't win a LAN on 5 hours past 2.
No, you can't.
Hold me on it.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's tough to predict. Like, it's really tough.
Just go orange all the way. I think that's your best bet. I think.
I'll consider it.
Yeah, take down FSU first round. We'll find USC later. Win. Easy.
If you take down FSU first round, I'll bump you up to like right behind South Carolina.
Wow. So from fourth to I guess that's a jump.
Yeah.
We take their spot. That's fine. I just don't want the drive home to be awkward.
Mm.
If we get knocked out by USC, it's going to be... I think I mentioned in the Discord, I'm going to find a nice gas station about halfway between the two locations. Why don't you guys go get a candy bar, They'll never see me again. The prize money will be in the trunk. I'll be gone.
Wow. A little extra motivation to lose.
To lose to me.
LAN.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they better. That's the hope. We'll see. Nothing's happened yet. I'm sure they're trash-talking me. They say anything about Clemson on theirs? Do I have to wait and find out? Tune in at SEL Live or something?
I don't think so. They were pretty respectful and reserved during their interview.
Yeah, they know I'll see it before we drive home. I'm looking at the tapes after this.
Yeah. Go ahead. It was a lengthy interview, but
it's all good. I miss my team, man. I'm supposed to have Mitch right here.
Yeah.
A little heartless.
Next LAN. Are they graduating?
Mitch is gone. Zach's not playing again. I'm the last of a dying breed. This is like the last hurrah. Next season, it'll be pretty much just the B team moving to A. I might still be here unless they want to kick me out, the old head, and change the roster. But this is basically all of our last tournaments.
Wow. That's crazy.
So happy to have him here with me.
Hopefully you get the results at the very least, if you don't have them physically next to you. Yeah.
It'll be nice, but we'll see.
Yeah. You got any more questions for me?
How tall is Foof?
Foof? He's just shorter than me. I think he's like 5'7" or 5'8".
I'm going to bear hug him.
Yeah. He's a good guy to bear hug.
Yeah.
I think we bear hugged when we casted on
at the
LAN.
first LAN.
Yeah.
You'll see each other in the airport, slow-mo run.
We ran into each other at the hotel elevator of our last LAN that we casted together.
Oh, but just
coincidence. Yeah, I was like,
I know that face.
Yeah.
Quick, say something Caster-like.
Yeah, but if this actually does go out, everyone bear hug Foof. He's
on site. If you see him in public, if you're literally doing anything except like in a bathroom, that's illegal.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
You just see him, just go up, hug him. He'll know.
You can bear hug me too if you want, but Foof's I'm a twig. Foof.
Yeah, don't break Bepic. Just go to Auburn and just kind of look around. Follow the car ball noises. He'll be there with a mic.
Yep.
And just get on him.
All right. Well.
That's all my questions.
Me too.
All right.
We're both interviewers.